How's it going, everybody? Now that Bitcoin has moved into price discovery, there are things that we need to consider because a lot of vaults haven't quite moved yet, except for your Doges and some memes who have started their rallies. But how about other altcoins such as Tau, which I'm going to have a look at, and it is a cryptocurrency I'm invested in. And what does it look like before the alt market starts to run? And as you can see here, I've got the Bitcoin all-time high marked here from previous cycle, right? And our all-time high break here from this cycle. I know that we broke through all-time high previously, but this is the same break. I was speaking to my guys about this, that there's a three drive up, three drives up, three drives up, and then a retracement into the golden pocket that occurs before the all-time high break, right? There were daily closes within the golden pocket on the left side, and then the major rally, which you can see similarities with between these two charts here. Push up, range, and then a move higher. And what was the distance between here and the high before the chop region here? Around 22%, right? And look what we have here. A 22% move, very, very similar, and also very close to the midline of this cycle, what this cycle has been contained in so far. Awesome. Now that we have that out of the way, what did the price action look like when Bitcoin was breaking the all-time high in 2020? And let's have a look at ADA because I'm going to be referencing this chart when looking at Tau. And there are very, very key similarities within the price structure leading into the altcoin rally, right? Something to take note of is the shoulder here, the high made here, and the head and shoulder low area, and then a range, right? Now, let's reference the Bitcoin chart and what occurs during this all-time high break. There is a rally in ADA before, and you can see me trace it here, as Bitcoin approaches the all-time high, and then it ranges and Bitcoin starts to lead the way. I'll use lines in order for us to see what's going on here. So Bitcoin breaks all-time highs and gets to that 22% region that we measured out before, so where we are right now in the cycle, right here, right? And I'll mark that section right here. Cool. Now that we have that out of the way, what occurs in this range? The price action of ADA actually declines, and this happens across many altcoins as well, declines by approximately 26%, or from top to bottom wick. Let's measure this out properly. 28% drawdown, right? And how much does Bitcoin drop? 9%. Awesome. Now that we have an idea of that, we can also measure out the Bitcoin drop using the fib tool here, and it retains the price action within that 1618 region after wicking below it. Cool. Now that we have that out of the way, we can have a look at the price structure of Tau in relation to ADA, because they're sort of in the same region at the moment in terms of price structure, albeit the Tau chart is over a longer duration, but the structure still remains the same. Cool. I'm going to delete a lot of this off the chart just so I can redraw on it. What do we see on the Tau chart? Similar price structures, right? whereby we have our shoulder on the left, our bottom, head and shoulder, our box off region, the high here. The price structure of ADA did push up a little bit higher above this high. However, the structure and pattern is very, very similar. Now we can already see Tau starting to retrace, right? And what is a 30% drop? Around the 440 region, right? So maybe all the way down to this 786, 786 level, or potentially it sweeps the liquidity below the 400 before springing back up into the real bull trend for alts. That's just something that we need to take note of, and I can see the same happening for a lot of altcoins as well. Now let's go back to Bitcoin just to have one more look on the left side, just to kind of identify and tie everything together. All right. Now we see with Bitcoin, the price action for Tau runs up well before this region, similar to ADA, but ADA kind of started its run up into the range zone in this move. Bitcoin tops out, takes a dip and starts to rally. Tau starts to rally as well to the 0786 in the opposite direction, right? So just above the rebound zone, or the 0618 in reverse. And now it is starting to reverse as Bitcoin has made its 22% move to the upside. So expect a flush, in my opinion, on altcoins. This is applicable to some altcoins with similar structures. And just stay safe before the real fun starts to happen. We might see Bitcoin either drop down and it pushes up and grinds up slowly, and that's when the alts start to expand themselves as well. Watch my previous videos if you want an idea on how this cycle may top out. Something that is worth noting as well is that I'm seeing that Bitcoin is approaching this 1618 box, and previously in Bitcoin's previous all-time high, it actually comes shy of the actual lows here, but I've compressed it a little bit just so we can use it as a better reference point. It hits the 1372 and then it rejects, and that's sort of like what we're potentially seeing right now, right? Where this is a much cleaner structure to be measuring. We are hitting that 1372 region, and we might have a pullback here and a range before pushing into that 1618 for a final leg up. And I do think that Bitcoin's high for this cycle occurs once it hits this 1618 region, as it has done in the past, right? Now that might be multiple thrusts to the upside before it hits that and reverses, but just be very aware that when it gets close to this 1618 region, that's a high risk area, and de-risking is probably the play. And hopefully by then the alts would have moved up on the leg up that occurs here. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully that's been helpful, and we'll keep a pulse on the market to see how it progresses. Peace.